as an attorney, how will I know what is a good or effective website?
Well, it's difficult for you to be able to see the things that we could see if, and it's a big if we have FTP access. In other words, if we can actually go into the file structure of a site and see it the way we would see it as if we were building it. But there are a few things that you can get visual clues from. The first one, and it's really the most obvious one, is if a website, whether it's the developer's website or one of the ones in his portfolio, is in frames, then that's a clue that they are just not up to snuff on where technology is now.
Okay.
Other things to look for are things like the use of flash, and we're not talking about the word flash like flashy, we're talking about the software called Flash. This is something that can be used within a website. So to do a header at the top of the page and you want it animated, and that can be acceptable depending on how it's integrated into the page.
What about for a lawyer, though? Do you think that the Flash with a legal website, do you think that that fits well?
It can, depending on how tastefully it's done and depending on the images. The bigger concern is, and we see this with a lot of students coming straight out of school, is that Flash, because it's easy to use, becomes a crutch for them. And so they wind up building the whole site in Flash. This is a major problem. The search engines have a lot of trouble, although frankly it is getting better, both from Adobe, who makes Flash, and from the search engine's point of view. But at the moment, the search engine bots, spiders, the little web crawlers that come through and index your site, cannot read Flash. They see one big image. So if one of the goals, and I would suggest it should be, is to market your site to get good search engine rankings, then you don't want a site completely built in Flash. And the way to tell that is fairly simple. Find the blank place on the page, right click, and it'll come up and it'll actually say Flash version whatever, and other little menu items like enlarge or play, rewind. HTML has no play and rewind. So if those come up, it's a site built in Flash. Right there, click away and find someone else.